Hi everyone, so you've got your new HTC One M8 and you need to pop your SIM card in. Now if you're coming from an old device, an older device even, that uses the old micro SIMs, this big one here, you are going to need to swap over to the Nano SIM. Now depending on your network, if you bought your handset contract free and you're moving from an old device, then you may very well need to speak to your mobile network to get a new Nano SIM. Some networks will charge you. I got charged £10.20 by T-Mobile, even though Orange gets them for free, and they're the same company. Although apparently EE, who is the kind of umbrella for these two new companies, Orange and T-Mobile, also does like to charge to swap you for a Nano SIM. Absolutely disgraceful that it would cost £10.20. There's not 20 pence worth of metal and plastic there, and it certainly didn't take £10 worth of man hours to put everything across onto the SIM, i.e. attach my phone number. It took him all of about 3 minutes. So there's a great amount of profiteering there by those networks. Just be aware of it, do complain to customer service afterwards, and you probably will get a credit applied to your account for the money. Now, the main issue you need to be aware of here, and the reason why I say you have to get a new SIM card for this device, is you can't just chop down the old micro SIM like we used to do. So when we went from the larger size SIM to micro SIM, we just chopped down the plastic and it worked. As you can see, the chip design is very different here. So unfortunately, even chopping these down, it's not going to fit and it's not going to work. Be very careful. Don't even try it. You will probably end up breaking your phone. So do go and get your Nano SIM if you bought your phone off contract. If you happen to be a new customer who's picked up one of these, or if you're getting an upgrade, that SIM should have been included in your box for you. Now, HTC provides a very handy little tool. We lovingly refer to these as the paperclip, after Apple famously provided a SIM tool with the first generation iPhone that was actually just a paperclip. They hadn't had time to actually manufacture a proper tool, so I lovingly refer to these as the paperclip device. But let's have a look at how we actually go through the process of replacing the SIM card. So first off, the SIM tray is on this side, denoted by the fact that it is a much longer tray than the one on the other side, which is for your transflash, your micro SD card. Now, all we need to do, we get our SIM paperclip, pop that, and then that gives us access to our tray. Now the first thing you will notice instantly is there is no way in a million years that SIM card is going to fit into that tray. It is as simple as that. So your old SIM card, throw it away. Now your new SIM, your Nano SIM, as you can see, it has a small nodule down this one side. If you've ever used any kind of SIM card in a mobile phone before, you'll be well aware of this. All we need to do is we just need to match up that nodule on both sides there. So on the SIM tray and on the Nano SIM, they are nice and flush. If it is in any other configuration, if it's not completely flush into that tray, let me see if I can just show you this. If there's any of the Nano SIM visible, then you put it in the wrong way around. Simple as that. It's not quite fitting. It has to be flush into that tray. Let me just see if I can get that a little bit closer for you. You can see there, nice and flush. It sits in the tray. If I run my finger across it, it's a smooth edge, as it were. So that's important. If you get it in the wrong way round, then I'm afraid A isn't going to work and it might get jammed in the socket. Now the next thing to do is obviously make sure that that long arm there goes the right way round. Essentially the Nano SIM goes face down, and clip it in. And it's as simple as that to put the SIM card in. Now what will then happen is, depending on your particular device, if you went off contract, if your device is SIM free, you will then get a prompt to restart the phone and install the network settings. You may also get that prompt, depending on your mobile network anyway, if they haven't already pre-added all of those details onto the device. That quick process takes around a second or so. Just run through a quick reboot and that's it. You've got access to the APN settings that allow you to access the internet, your voicemail messages and so on. Now the next area is the micro SD, otherwise known as the transflash drive. Now this is a little bit interesting because the transflash is very, very similar to the micro SIM, as you'll see now. And this actually did, because when I went to actually swap my SIM card over, I hadn't had the manual with me at the time, and I hadn't actually looked in the manual to see exactly which tray I needed to be using. Bad me. But to begin with, I was like, this Nano SIM is not going to be fitting in this tray properly, and you know, I'm doing all these various things, and I'm thinking, it's not going to work. And obviously then I realised that actually it was on the other side. But just be aware, because your Nano SIM, if I show you, is very, very similar size to a transflash. With only a couple of small differences, mostly in the way the nodules work. But to begin with, you might think, if you looked at it, it's the sort of right kind of size, especially when you kind of first get your device and you've got your old SIM card, you might think, oh, that's actually the correct place to pop this, but it's not quite fitting snugly. So just bear in mind, definitely not the tray to use your old micro SIM in. Throw the damn thing away. It is only for your little trans flash here. We just drop that onto the tray, and again, it sits flush inside there. It doesn't raise up, there's no edges at all that you need to be aware of. It should just sit nice and flush into that tray. If it does, great, just drop it straight in. Oops, get that the right way around. Get that the right way around, and just clip it straight in. Now let's pop in our Nano SIM again, and that'll be job done. Oops. Helps if I just pop that in the right way. There we go. So again, pop it into your tray, clip it into the device, job done. Easy as that. So just to be aware, like I say, that tray on your side is your micro SD, your trans flash. It is not to be used for a micro SIM. Your Nano SIM is on this side, and it is a much smaller SIM card, and you will need to get a replacement if you've got one of the old micro SIMs. Don't try and cut it down or anything like that. Your trans flash micro SD on the side can take 128 gig of storage, which is just monstrous, and should provide more than ample space for absolutely any road warrior. So there you go. That's how you pop in your your Nano SIM and also your micro SD trans flash drive as well. We hope you enjoyed this video. Do please remember to like and comment, and if you'd like to, please subscribe. You can also visit our website and download our Android app. If you do subscribe, you'll be getting a daily dose of the latest tech news, hardware reviews, Android games, consoles, and basically an honest opinion direct from the UK. Stay tuned, stay Androidizen.